A multi-million-dollar government complex named in honor of a former parliamentarian. A shooting in Bimini leaves a man in hospital tonight, and another F&M MP throws his hat in the race for leadership. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your JCN News for this Thursday, November 18th. The new $17.3 million government complex in North Bimini has officially been dedicated, bearing the name of the former parliamentarian George Weish. Prime Minister Philip Davis, along with several senior government officials, were on hand for the dedication and naming of the new government complex.
The dedication and opening of this new government administration complex is much more than just a celebration of a building. It is the fulfillment of a dream that was seeded by the person whom the building will be named after. It is, as I said, the physical manifestation of a democratic ideal that citizens and residents should have access not just to their representative and the formal branches of the government, but also to the essential services which are necessary to do business, keep good order, and provide day-to-day support.
Prime Minister Davis sharing that it was back in 1982 when Mr. Weish became a member of Parliament for Bimini and the Berry Islands, along with his parliamentary colleague Loftus Roker. They lobbied for the government to purchase the property.
The purchase was not completed, though, until 1995. The National Insurance Board became a stakeholder, and in 2016, during our previous administration, and when I was the Minister of Works, we executed a contract with Pyramid Construction Company to build this complex. After several years of delay, construction commenced in August 2019. The determination and perseverance that endured for those 37 years to see a project through to the day.
The building is 18,000 plus square feet, and among the offices that will be housed in the building include the National Insurance Board and immigration offices. In other news coming out of Bimini, a brazen mid-morning shooting on the island of Bimini has left a male listed in serious condition. Officers say that shortly after 9 a.m. this morning, police at the Alistown station received reports of a shooting incident in the area of Baileytown. Police Press Liaison Officer for Grand Bahama and the Northern Bahamas Division, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Stephen Roll.
The police at Alistown Police Station received a report from an unknown female that there was a fight in the Baileytown area. So as a result, officers responded to that area, and upon their arrival, they would have met a male who received gunshot injuries about the body. They were taking that male to the Bimini clinic, where he was seeing an exam by a doctor. All his injuries were reported to be critical. Now, he was later flown into the capital to seek further medical attention in regards to his injuries. What I can say is that the two persons who may be involved in this matter at this time are still at large, and the police on the island are in search of those two persons.
ASP Roll told JCN's news team that all evidence suggests that the individuals involved in the matter are residents of the island. However, he could not confirm the victim's age at this time. The video of the entire shooting has since made its rounds on social media, some audio recordings even attempting to tell what actually took place. In light of this, ASP Roll sends this message to the public about the videos and recordings being posted on social media.
I want to urge the public, you know that most residents now are using cell phones to do a lot of recording and posting items or videos straight to social media. Where it may be good, it's also bad. But in this instance, you clearly see exactly what transpired in Bimini this morning, and able to identify exactly who's responsible in the event that persons don't want to come forward. But I want to urge the public to cease from posting those type of videos on the social media, especially if the police are doing an active investigation. Now, what you could do, if you have those videos, you could probably speak to your local police officer and they could guide you further in regards to the access of the video and help the investigation.
Investigation into this matter is ongoing, and the police are seeking the public's assistance on finding those persons involved for questioning. A third Grand Bahamian's name officially added to the nomination list for the F&M's upcoming leadership race. Our Tyler Simonet was at the F&M headquarters this morning and files this report.
The third and final candidate vying for the leadership position of the Free National Movement has officially been nominated. That's Member of Parliament for Marcos City, Michael Pintard. Surrounded by former F&M MPs, F&M supporters, family and friends, Mr. Pintard shared his vision for the F&M party should he be voted in as their leader.
Firstly, we intend to convene a national conclave for our freedom fighters to address, first of all, we'll conduct a post-mortem on the election. What were the particular challenges we had or opportunities we missed? It's important to know further fleshing out the plan of action for the organization. As you would be aware, we have a very comprehensive manifesto. There are some additional things I would like to see included and fleshed out, and it's important to receive a mandate from the national officers, and so in that conclave we'll address the way forward.
He notes that after any election there is a need for healing in their organization, and he intends to address team building within the F&M party. Now, Mr. Pintard's nomination form bears the name of former MP for Tall Pines and former Deputy Speaker of the House, Don Saunders, who was present to throw his support behind the Grand Bahama MP. Also there was former MP for Bain and Grantstown, Travis Robinson.
It was a pleasure really to second Michael Pintard's nomination for the leader of the Free National Movement. If you look behind me, you will see some great leaders of the party, our MCMs. If you look in this room this morning, you will see our young supporters in the TYA. If you look in this room this morning, you'll see members of the Women's Association. If you look in this room this morning, you'll see members, former members of Parliament. If you look in this room this morning, you'll see former candidates in the last election and prior elections. And so that says to me, and it says to the Free National Movement, it says to the Bahamas, that Michael Pintard is indeed one of those persons, and in fact the person that we can look to for true leadership in the Free National Movement.
Michael Pintard, in my view, is the man for this time and this season to be able to lead the charge for the Free National Movement and to present the policies and ideologies of what the Free National Movement stand for and represent all of us in the House of Assembly.
Former MP for the Maikal constituency, Miriam Emmanuel, had nothing but praise and support for Mr. Pintard.
He is someone who will get things done. He is an innovative thinker. He's intelligent. He is aware of what time and the era that we are living in right now. Michael has a lot to offer to this country and to the Bahamian people. And so for this reason, I endorsed him because I know that he has what it takes to take this party and the Bahamian people forward.
Now, some critics have said this next elected leader is only a transitional leader who will not go into the next general elections due to another F&M convention being held in the coming years. When asked his response to those critics, Mr. Pintard says this.
The reality is the jobs that we are applying for, whether in national governance or within the organization, are all temporary jobs. The people of the country determine who will become government. The delegates of the Free National Movement determine who will continue to lead. And the fact that we intend to have another convention before the election, persons can put that view forward. I don't disagree with their view that there is an opportunity for somebody else to lead. What we want is the best person to take us into election. My assignment right now until the next convention is to repair those dysfunctions that may exist in our organization, to unite all Free National Movement supporters, no matter who historically they have supported as a leader, to reignite the excitement in this organization as the vehicle of change.
It's a historic day in the Bahamas as 3 Grand Bahamians are officially nominated for the Free National Movement's leadership race. The leadership race will be held at the F&M's convention next week, Saturday, on November 27th. For Jcn News, I'm Tyler Simonet.
And a member of parliament for Marco City, Michael Pintard, weighing in on the discussion on whether marital rape could be criminalized in the Bahamas. It has been a hot button issue since the Progressive Liberal Party has been in office since September. Mr. Pintard says there are multiple grounds to which a woman reserves the right to engaging in intimate relations with her husband.
Violence, in general, sexual violence in particular, is a national matter that the state should in fact engage in. A woman has a right to refuse to engage in intimacy with her partner in the event, for example, she believes that her life is at risk because of his other activities outside of the home. She reserves the right to protect her body, not just for her, but for her children who she has carriage of along with her partner.
Mr. Pintard also made this warning when it comes to making laws regarding marital rape.
We have to, however, be very careful to make sure that any laws crafted to address this heinous situation that we face as a country does not give a leeway to a woman who may wish to act in a vindictive way against a man with whom she no longer enjoys a good relationship. Or they may be in a custody battle, and she may have desire to have sole custody of the children. And so it is in the realm of possibility that a woman can, in fact, accuse a man who is not at all guilty. And therefore the law, any law crafted, must make sure that the clear message is sent.
The Marco City MP says that there should also be tremendous penalties for women who fabricate lies against an otherwise innocent man. And you're watching JCN News. Stay with us.